If you're wondering what to do about drift and scope creep and unfinished projects and kind of ineffective marketing messaging, let me just kind of describe where it might be coming from. First of all, if your company is drifting away from a strategic plan, don't feel bad. Recessions do that to people. Right? I mean, think about it. You know, salespeople during tough times kind of feel compelled to take whatever kind of price they can get a prospect to give them. It's tough. They're tempted. And so worried people who are in that position are more susceptible to it. Uncertainty can lead the people in product development to start a lot of projects, go down a bunch of dead ends, and end up with a whole lot of unfinished things. Insecurity cues the marketing people to do broad-based, kind of safe, generalized, ineffective messaging. And service-minded employees that are trying to accommodate today's demanding customers end up with some scope creep and reduced profitability as a result. So now listen to how I did the words. Worry, uncertainty, insecurity, accommodation. That's a mindset that leads to things like ineffectiveness, scope creep, drift, lost profitability. You see it? They're connected. And if you're experiencing that phenomenon, you're normal, and the good news is it's curable. So one of the things you need to do in this kind of an uncertain economy, it has kind of this really trailing period of uncertainty following the recession, is convene your management team for what I call getting recentered. It may be that because of what's going on with your clients and the customers wondering what they're doing and not really knowing what they need and sometimes asking for a little bit too much, the sweet spot for your company may have moved. In other words, in the past, it might have been the most profitable accounts, the ones that loved you and referred you and got the most out of you and you had momentum, were small businesses. And that's changed. In this economy, maybe you need to focus on medium-sized accounts where they have just a little more money and a little more ability to be centered about what they need. Depends on what you do, what the answer is. But the question may be that your sweet spot moved. It could have been that before in your strategy you had 5 distinct industries that you were tailoring your work to. And right now, realistically, you may have to drop one that's too high maintenance, too difficult for you to do. Just fess up, drop one, and focus on 4. It may mean that your range of services and products just needs to be tightened up a little bit so that it's more doable and sustainable and doesn't get away from you so much, and the scope creep doesn't hurt you so badly as you're trying to please too many people. Those type of let's get recentered sessions need to be done more frequently during recessions. And it's a relief when people have a chance to just talk about the symptoms that they've experienced and see that they're going to just get recentered again and not just let it fall apart. The reality is, a political decision in Europe affects North America. A economic decision in the Middle East affects Asia and South America. Technology in Australia affects Africa. There's a lot of things impacting your customers and you. It's a moving target. So why wouldn't you drift? So if you have the symptoms of drift, if you have the symptoms of scope creep, of unfinished projects, of ineffective marketing, instead of just letting it keep drifting, pull people together and get recentered.